Hello everyone, I'm Upasana Taneja. So in this video we have this another Maths Olympiad question which is very important, and you will see this question in many countries Maths Olympiad. Okay, so what do we have here? We have this equation where they say x raised to power 1 by 2 minus x raised to power 1 by 3 is equal to 4. And always whenever you get this type of question, always observe everything. Okay, very first thing, whatever they tell us for a reason. Okay, they are telling us that x is a real number, right? Okay, and they are telling us that whatever is x, whatever you have, the value of x, if you take square root and if you subtract cube root from the same number, you are getting a positive number here. I'm observing the question that this thing I'm getting positive, this thing is greater than this thing, that means, right? So and this thing, if we look at this thing, this is greater, and this thing x raised to power 1 by 2, this is a fact that when you get x raised to power something 1 by something even, this thing is always greater than equal to 0. Then x is greater than equal to 0 whenever you get this thing. Okay, this thing is greater than this, and this thing for x is greater than equal to what? 0, right? Now x is greater than 0. Now that means we know x is a positive real number, right? Okay, let us solve now. Now if I see, I cannot, if this is not a linear equation, a quadratic equation, right, a cubic equation, I can solve linear equation, I can solve quadratic equations, right, by taking the roots and all, right? I can solve cubic equation by finding one root by hit and trial and then dividing and all, like. But if I get any equation in this form, how do I solve this then? There is very easy trick to solve this kind of question whenever you see. Okay, what is that method? Always see what do you have in the power. You have 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Okay, take the LCM of 2 and 3. What is the LCM? LCM is 6, right? What is LCM? 6. Okay, so what will I do? Whatever LCM we have here, I will try to solve the question by this method on that method only. Okay, so I will take x is equal to y raised to power 6. Okay, it would become, if I take y raised to power 6 raised to power 1 by 2, and it will become y raised to power 6 raised to power 1 by 3 is equal to 4. Later on when we'll solve for y, and then later on we'll substitute again, and then we'll find out x, right? Okay, so here this equation will become y raised to power 3, right? We can just multiply these two things, minus y raised to power 2 is equal to 4, and or we can say it would become y cube minus y square minus 4 is equal to 0, which is a cubic equation. And then how do we solve cubic equation? For this thing, we first find first root by hit and trial method, right? Okay, I will try to substitute y is equal to 1. Does y equal to 1 satisfy this? 1 minus 1 0? Then no, it doesn't, right? I will try with y equal to minus 1. That also doesn't satisfy. So I will try with y equal to 2. Okay, if you substitute 2 here, it would become 2 cube minus 2 square minus 4, which is 8 minus 4 minus 4, which is 0. So that means y equal to 2 satisfies this equation, and one root is y is equal to 2, right or not? One root is y equal to 2. Okay, so then after that I want to find other two roots, since this is a cubic equation, right? But you know what? There are two methods to find other two roots. First method is, I will divide this equation with y minus 2. Okay, divide this equation, what do you have, whatever you have here, divide it with y minus 2. There is a method of division. I have already made a video on this thing. You can find out on my channel. Okay, and another method is what? Another method is a short trick. I will tell you that short trick as well. I will write y minus 2, y minus 2 and y minus 2. Since it is a cubic equation, I will write it 3 times. Okay. Then what will I do? I will try to make is equal to 0. I will write and I will try to make this equation by this. How? I need y cube, right? So if I multiply this with y square, I will get y cube. Y square times y is y cube. But on the same time, I will get minus 2y square as well. But what do I want here? I do not want minus 2y square. I want minus y square. So if I add plus y square here, I would multiply it with y. I will get y square and then this is minus 2y square. When we solve them, I will get minus y square, right? And then I will get minus 2y as well. Okay, but there is no minus 2y. So I will just try to eliminate it and I will add 2y in this. Okay, so minus 2y plus 2y it will cancel out and then I will get minus 4. Now if you solve this equation, you will eventually get this equation only. Okay, so this is what we do. It now I solved it like very slowly, that is why it took time. Otherwise it is very easy once you just practice this method. Okay, so you get y minus 2, you take common and then you get y square plus y plus 2 is equal to 0, right? So if you look at these things here, similarly here as well, division method, I can solve it by division method as well. I will multiply it with y square, you get y cube minus 2y square, right? Minus plus and then you get y square minus 4 and then I want y square, I will add y. So it will become y square minus 2y minus plus, right? 2y minus 4, right? So I will, what will I do? I will multiply with 2, so it will become 2y minus 4. Then you subtract and get 0. So then as well you will get this root only, right? Y square plus y plus 2. Okay, and that I got here. So you can solve either by this method or by this method, whatever you want, right? So now I got this thing, y minus 2, y square plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, so this is y minus 2. It would give me y is equal to 2. This would give me y is equal to 2. And this thing, now I need to solve this thing. This is what? A quadratic equation. For quadratic equation, if you see here, you will find d, right? Discriminant. What is this? Ax, this is ax square plus bx plus c, right? What is d? B square minus 4ac. If you solve that, here b is what? 1, right? So 1 minus 4 times 1 times 2. You will get a negative number. This is less than 0. So you will get imaginary roots. Whenever d is less than 0, you will get imaginary roots, right? But now if you remember your question, it was given that x is a real number, real positive real number. So okay, and this would give us x as also imaginary. So we will just take y is equal to 2, which would give us x is equal to 2 raised to power 6, because what was x? X was y raised to power 6, right? So this is our answer. I hope you understood this. This was not hard. Practice these types of questions, try to solve it yourself. Okay, and if you are preparing for Maths Olympiad, you need to know these basics as well, like where you can use short tricks to find other two roots, like all that stuff. Okay, if you like it, do subscribe to my channel, and if you like to solve math riddles, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.